Hey YouTube, I'm going to be discussing in this video about my history with firearms, my personal history. As you can see, I have a decently small collection. Used to be bigger when I was younger, but not much tactical stuff, mostly just old stuff. I prefer, not too much of a tactical person. I just wanted to go over just, little things here and there that I feel like should be talked about if I'm going to be doing more firearm stuff on my channel. Especially because I know it's not big, but I noticed that I got to 100 subscribers. I don't know if it was the gaming or the guns. It's probably the guns though, let's be honest. And if I'm gonna keep doing this, I gotta make sure I present myself properly. Now, as you can see, all these guns are, well, you can't really see, but you can take my word on it. All these guns are unloaded, no round in the chamber, yada yada yada. I can sit here and go over them, or I can just get on with it. So I probably sound young. I'm 23 years old, and I've been studying firearms like your typical stereotype American since I was young, very young, probably too young. For some people, that's a good thing. And I bought my first firearm, which is unfortunately not here anymore. I gave it to a trusting friend, but I bought my first firearm when I was 18 years old. It was an SKS, and then I got a Tokarov, which is also not here anymore. Not because it's bad or anything. I know there's some people that might think that. I love Russian guns, and I don't think they're bad. All right. But I sold it to get something new, something different, because recent life events have prevented me from doing normal everyday human things. One of them being work. It's very difficult. Anyways, a lot of these I got when I was working, and a lot of them I traded for and sold to get money for them. And other ones, with whatever money I had left over, I would put them, on layaway and paid them in installments. I've shot, I should say, a bunch of different firearms, from rentals to ones that I used to own, and I used to have a lot of them, almost too much. Some people would say too much for how young I was, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure too much is an understatement. From what I heard, every 100 American citizens have 120 guns back in them, right? So probably said that wrong, but oh well. One of the guns ain't here right now because they're in a shop right now. It's my Mosin gun from 1942. I wanted to put a scope on it. I already bented the bolt and whatnot, for anyone who's gonna say that. I got as you can see out there, an M1 Carbine from the top coming down to the bottom. A Browning Auto 5 chambered in 16 gauge. I got a Yugoslavian, or Zastava, I should say. Same thing, I guess. AK. I got a mini Mosin, which a lot of people seem to like that. I got a Benelli, quote unquote, a Turkish clone of a Benelli. I got this break action double barrel shotgun, your typical AR-15 or M4, and then obviously these pistols. I got some new guns coming in later on in the future, and I will hopefully do some videos on them. But anyways, getting back on topic, I am not an expert. I never claimed to be, but I don't want to be misunderstood, I should say. I don't have any fancy equipment. I don't have any bench loading stuff. I don't got racks to put my firearms on. As a matter of fact, I got a very cheap Walmart $100, I guess I wouldn't even call it a safe. It's more like just storage, that's probably what it is. And of course I got this little box here, which oh, it's upside down. Came from those guys. I love that. I've always wanted one. Holds 5 pistols and whatnot, although I'd like to modify it to hold more. I love firearms. I wish I could own more. I wish I could use a lot of them, but a lot of them I can't use. They might be too powerful for me. Before, when I was younger, I would say who cares, but nowadays I gotta be careful because of the certain things that have happened that changed my life, unfortunately. And so this is what I got, and I love these firearms. I hope to get more. I know some of them may look cheap or whatnot, but I don't really care. I mean I care about what people have to say. You know, I take everything you guys say in the comments very seriously, and or jokingly, if you know, or if you're trying to help or whatnot. You know, I'm not here to start fights. I just like documenting my firearms. It's always been my thing, especially historical ones. And yeah, I do practice with them. They don't just sit here all day. It's kind of difficult with the prices and whatnot. Everyone knows all that, you know, politics, bull crap. But I can't always get out to the range, but I do practice when I'm sitting home, you know. And I know people might hate this, but you know, dry firing, for example. Like for this, a lot of people were asking why did I, you know, pull it back instead of just using double action. You know, well, I practice it. Oops, there you go. I practice it, dry firing it, and the only reason I did the single action is because I did not have the footage that I took of the double action because it got corrupted, unfortunately. And then some people were saying about how, you know, I had this one video where it looked like I was doing first person with my Jericho and my 38 Super. And I'm just going to point this out there, and I probably should have just said this from the beginning. I was with a friend. He wanted to do this. I wanted to use this footage because it looked cool, and it seemed that a lot of people were not really understanding that we don't have, you know, the high-tech stuff that, you know, other YouTubers have, where we can hold with 2 hands while having a GoPro strapped to our heads. Yeah, we can't do that. And you're probably wondering, well, if you can afford these, why don't you get a GoPro? I wish I can afford these. These took time to get, a long time. A lot of waiting, a lot of paying in installments and whatnot. I'm not ashamed of saying that, you know. So it's not that easy, and I know that some people did not mean it in that way, and I appreciate that. I appreciate trying to help me learn to use the firearms properly. I just explaining myself, so that person that was doing the first person shooting, whatever, that was a friend. That was not me. I usually do use two hands unless I just feel like shooting for fun. But if I shoot with one hand for fun, then I don't have that flimsy wrist that everyone likes to point out. I have video proof of that, but again, I'm still trying to kind of get used to this, posting, talking, etc. I have a lot of gun videos that I never published, that they are unlisted, because I didn't know, I didn't think it would be a good idea to do that, especially with what's going on with YouTube and whatnot. I still have problems with showing that, especially because YouTube likes to pick on people, at least from my experience and from what I saw. So yeah, I hope that this video kind of gives a small little explanation for some of the videos. I would love to do more, and if people want me to do more, then please say it in the comments and I will do more. If you want to see some of these firearms that I have here, then let me know. I have a new one that's also coming in that I heard is not very talked about, you know, a lot, and it's well, it's one of these, you know, a SIG, but it's like a SIG Pro 2020, something like that. Yeah, so I can't wait to get that, and then I plan on hopefully getting a new revolver and just some other stuff that's on my list, on my bucket list and whatnot. I'll try to do more videos of shooting these, but if you want something specific, let me know. I always look at comments. I try to reply to them as much as I can, and I try to do my best when it comes to replying to them. I don't know all the answers. Sometimes I just kind of freeze up in the moment if I do know something, you know, and you know, it can get a little bit overwhelming, you know, being new to this and whatnot. And no, I'm not an introvert, so if anyone's gonna start saying that, I'm not an introvert. Just don't trust the internet that much. Anyways, thank you again for watching. Thank you for those who have helped me get to this point. Thank you for the 100 subscribers. I hope I can do more to impress and entertain. And at this point, I'm just going to do this for fun. I'm not going to hold back, but it will take a while. I don't really have the money to go to the range all the time, especially if I'm trying to get firearms. So, thanks again. And yeah.